Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, or you find a way to lose. Look, man, Deontay Wilder, y'all know I support Deontay Wilder. I don't have a favorite, but I like his story, and I like how he speaks about his children. Luis Ortiz, how he speaks about his children. Even though I think Tyson Fury is a rat and a cheat, I like Tyson Fury because how that man is about his children. That hits home with me. I have 4 sons. And I have a lot of respect and admiration for these guys when it comes to their kids. But when it comes to boxing, well, I'm going to give my opinion. I'm going to talk. But it has nothing to do with how I view them outside of boxing. Okay? Now, that being said, I got to say that Deontay Wilder, although I support him and I think he'll beat AJ and I think he beats everyone, but I think they have the opportunity to beat him too. I think he's taking it to the stupid, where he's convinced himself that AJ's scared of him. Now, I don't think AJ is scared of him. I do think that his promoter, Eddie Hearn, is being very careful with Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua is an investment, and boxing is business first. And when you look at Anthony Joshua, look, this is the reality, people. Kind of like Tank Davis. Tank Davis can fight anybody and make serious money. AJ can fight anybody in Saudi or the UK and make serious money. So the more AJ loses, the more his market value takes a hit. And that's why I think Eddie Hearn is being very careful with how he's moving AJ. He's not afraid of having him fight Wilder, and AJ's not afraid to fight Wilder. They just want to make sure they keep moving up the ladder and they're handling the business. And at the end of the day, it seems like everybody's trying to pick up a title and become a unified or undisputed at heavyweight. So they both have the same goals. So I definitely think AJ has a machine behind him to get him to that opportunity a lot quicker than Deontay Wilder can. But nonetheless, Wilder believes AJ and his team have a lot to do with those two never getting in the ring. And he still feels like it may not happen, although it's closer than ever with the potential fight date of March 9th looming, now that the Saudis are involved and they're putting the money up. And you know, money talks when it comes to business. And it looks like an agreement can be reached. But I'm going to tell you this right now, man. With the fights that these guys have coming up this weekend, it is no guarantee Wilder and AJ are going to win their fights. Look, Joshua is facing Wilder. I think Big Femi is back. He's looking good. I think by round 6, Joshua would have knocked out Wilder. That's just what I think. I don't mind being wrong. But at the same time, I mean, you got to sit here and understand Wilder with his trainer and the kind of work he's put in and the reputation he has from sparring sessions with these elite heavyweights and the kind of work he's been doing and getting recognized as an elite heavyweight himself. You know, Wilder has the chance, and he's a southpaw, to where he can upset the apple cart. Now, Deontay Wilder getting there with Joseph Parker, I'd say 2 rounds. 2 rounds, I think Wilder knocks him out. But there are some people, and they make valid points, that Parker seems to be getting better and better. He's been active, and he's now really growing into his prime, is what some people are saying. One thing we do know for a fact is Parker's name was mixed up in some bad business, and sounds like he may may still be associated with some people who could be part of secret society and could have helped him get to the position he's in now, fighting Deontay Wilder, seeing that they're both former world champions. But what I will tell you is, this thing about Wilder and AJ and fights not coming together is something about money. Money ain't a problem no more. We all know money's not a problem. That's the one thing, as far as what Wilder has said or is saying, or what AJ may have said or is saying. The one thing we know is true is money's not a damn problem anymore. These Saudis stepping up and putting up the money to make the biggest fights possible. Let me tell you something. If the fight doesn't happen, you got to blame AJ. Got to blame Eddie Hearn. I mean, serious. I think Wilder's making a valid point. You got to blame the handlers. Because, look, Anthony Joshua, it's like I just said, without Anthony Joshua winning, Matchroom takes a hit, the zone takes a hit. So to just almost cash him out would be ludicrous when Anthony Joshua signed some crazy contract, which basically he's going to be fighting for a long time. Anthony Joshua's career is not coming to an end in a year now. It's not concluding anytime soon. Anthony Joshua still has to fight. So I just think it's a tricky situation because Anthony Joshua, whether you and I think he has time left in boxing, he's committed because of a contract he signed to keep fighting. Wilder sounds like if he can land the big payday, maybe 2 of those, Wilder sounds like he's out of here. So time isn't on Wilder's side. But what I will tell you is, if AJ doesn't take the fight, if Eddie Hearn doesn't make the fight, then basically they've just been stringing us all along and playing games and wasting Wilder's time, and I just think that it's a foul. I do. I think, like Wilder said, there is some pressure to make the fight. The Saudis want to make it. Matter of fact, the Saudis even want to make Bivol and Bertobia, but that's a whole nother video. Okay? So we'll see what happens. They're both taking huge risks this weekend, but I just really feel that when it comes to Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, right now it seems to have got back on the radar as one of, if not the biggest fight that can be made. Not in boxing. I think Wilder hits the nail on the head when he talks about combat sports. But I just have a feeling. I got a feeling that this fight may not happen anytime soon, because without Anthony Joshua winning, especially if he gets knocked out by Wilder, you got to think about what kind of damage can be done to him. Conversely now, I want to make sure I'm clear on this. AJ Big Femi, I've always said he has more skill than Wilder. He has damn near the same kind of power. Reach, everything is the same, but it was a mentality that Joshua seemed to have lost, but it looks like Big Femi is back. So we're going to see what's going on this weekend, and boy, oh boy, if they both win, I already know Wilder's going to call out AJ. I don't care to hear Wilder call out AJ because we already know he wants AJ. But if AJ calls out Wilder, then we've got something, people. But as far as Wilder thinking everybody's scared of him, I think they respect him. But I think that's bad business if Wilder really feels people are afraid of him. If he's bought into that could be his downfall. Because, man, he getting there with Joseph Parker, who can fight. Although I think Wilder gets him out of there within 2 rounds. And I'm not downplaying Parker's skill. I'm just telling you, the height of Wilder, the reach of Wilder, and the speed of Wilder. He throws straight punches. He gets there on Parker, because Parker is aggressive. He's offensive-minded. He's going to try to come forward. Parker's going to get hit. And then I think he gets knocked out. But if for some reason he can avoid the big right hand of Wilder, I mean, that fight could get interesting. But that being said, Wilder thinks AJ's scared of him. I don't think anybody's afraid of Wilder. I think they know what he's capable of doing with that right hand. And if they were to fight him, they want to make sure they have the best game plan possible. And it's not hard to nullify what's a person's best weapon. It's not hard. If Wilder had, footwork, IQ, ring generalship, a left hand, if Wilder had all these different intangibles, it'd be one thing. But for the most part, it's just the right hand. Although Malik Scott and Wilder say they've been working on things, they just can't wait to display it all in the ring. I'm not sure Saudi, the Day of Reckoning, is a place to be in there trying to show off your new tricks, your new toys. I just don't think that's the place to do it. He has to get in there. I just think he should just keep it Mark Breland. Straight 1-2 down the pipe, get the win, move on. But y'all leave y'all comments and let me know what you think. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. I'm in the breeze.